When I had no idea how to manage my finances, I saw many people who earned less than me and still managed to cover all their needs, even indulging in some luxuries. However, I was always short of money and couldn't understand how they could handle everything. That's when I started researching and seeking solutions, realizing some terrible habits I had in my life. Maybe you have them too, and that's why your money is not enough and you remain in poverty. If you want to improve your financial situation, stay until the end of the video, and if possible, jot down in a notebook each habit I will mention so that later you can reflect and change them. Habit number 1, not changing your bad habits. Everyone has good and bad habits, but people in poverty tend to have more bad habits in their lives. In a book I read, I discovered that getting rich is not the result of formulas or magic. It's simply a matter of adopting good habits in our daily lives. If you are in a bad or terrible economic situation, reflect on what bad habits you have, whether it's oversleeping, not liking to learn, being complacent, negative, and all the habits I will mention in this video. Habit number 2, living by excuses. I can't start this business because I don't have time. I don't learn because there's no one to teach me. I don't get out of poverty because there's no one to help me. Like these excuses, there are thousands more that frustrate a person's success. Somehow, excuses make us feel relieved. We feel good about things we should do but don't. However, we don't realize that this is the worst thing we are doing because it doesn't allow us to progress and sinks us deeper into poverty. Habit number 3, procrastinating. How many times do we postpone action using phrases like "I'll do it later," "When I have time, I'll start," and many others? You need to understand that procrastination is the main problem of poor people. So, if you're going to do something to change your life, start now and don't leave things for later. Habit number 4, trying to keep up with others. If we surround ourselves with more prosperous people than us, we will somehow try to match their position. There's no problem with that, as long as we do it by working, investing, saving, and copying all those successful habits from good friends. However, spending on things that will only help you look like someone you're not will lead to bankruptcy. For example, if a friend buys a nice motorcycle, and the frustration of not being able to acquire the same leads you to go into debt or spend what you have to measure up to others, always remember that success, sooner or later, will come. You just need to act smart and take good care of your money. Habit number 5, doing the ordinary. Keep in mind that to get out of poverty, you need to stand out from the crowd and not do what most people do. On the contrary, you should be inspired by rich and successful people who have done things differently and now enjoy their successes. Habit number 6, wasting time on vices and parties. Time is a very valuable thing we have in our lives. If we don't manage it correctly, in a few years you'll say, "Why didn't I know how to make the most of it?" and regret everything you did. With this, I don't mean that you should deprive yourself of parties or fun forever. It's simply about learning to manage your time so that, from time to time, you can have fun and not waste it on things that don't contribute to your development. As for vices, that should be cut off at the root because, besides harming your finances, it severely damages your health. Habit number 7, not having someone to guide you. Imagine wanting to learn to ride a motorcycle without anyone helping you. Some things you can figure out on your own, like sitting, putting on the helmet, and starting the motorcycle. However, to engage the clutch, shift gears, and move forward can become very challenging. And you might even try and abruptly crash, possibly breaking your teeth. The same goes for finances. Trying to venture and guess the functions of certain things on your own can make you waste a lot of time and money. However, if you have a mentor to guide you, they already know which steps to take without you stumbling. This way, it will be easier to achieve success. All rich people know this, and that's why they always have someone to guide them. You might wonder, where can I get a mentor? Well, there are many books with biographies of successful people, where you can learn from all their successes and failures. Even better, if you have a successful acquaintance or family member, you can ask for advice in your success process. Habit number 8, living without self-discipline. All human beings have good and bad days. Days when we have a lot of energy and others when laziness prevails. Sometimes we wake up with tremendous motivation, capable of accomplishing everything we set out to do. However, other times we wake up unmotivated and just want to stay in bed. It's in these moments that self-discipline must flourish. acting even when we don't feel like it, even when we are full of problems, even when our motivation is at its lowest. Remember that this is what wealthy people do, so they can achieve their dreams. Aim to make discipline your best habit. Habit number 9, avoiding risks. We often hear the phrase, no risk, no reward, and this is very true. Ask successful people how they got where they are, and they will say that one of the first steps was taking a risk in a business, investing in a sector, stepping out of their comfort zone, among other things that allowed them to progress. However, if you ask unsuccessful people why they don't invest, start a business, or move from where they are, they will say they are afraid of losing, that it's too risky, or that they prefer to stay as they are. Understand that nothing is certain in life. There's no magic formula to solve financial problems. You just need to have faith in yourself, change your way of thinking, and never avoid risks, as that is what will make you grow. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe to keep receiving valuable content. Habit number 10, settling for the basics and necessities. You've probably heard someone say, "Why do I need more if what I earn is enough for me, allowing me to eat and survive?" This mediocre mentality is everywhere. There's no problem when a person feels happy this way because it's their way of living and should be respected. However, it's foolish for someone who claims to want to progress and has complacency as the main factor in their mind. Habit number 11, living by criticizing. Criticizing people because they are or have something more than us makes us seem like a frustrated and envious person. Instead, it's good to admire and ask ourselves how they achieved it. Only in this way can we copy and achieve our own successes. Habit number 12, living in the present. Phrases like, "live life today," "maybe tomorrow you'll die and haven't enjoyed anything," are used by many people as an excuse to waste what they have without thinking about the future. There's no problem in enjoying today, but it shouldn't harm your finances, and even more so, your health. It's true that life is unique and should be lived, but remember that if you don't die tomorrow, poverty will still be there, accompanying you into old age. Habit number 13, not seeking ways to learn. The things you have or have achieved so far depend on everything you have learned up to this point. If you think you don't have enough knowledge, it's time to learn more to get what you've always wanted. You might say, "But I can't learn. I don't have the money to educate myself." Well, that would be a foolish excuse because nowadays learning is within everyone's reach. That's why you're watching this video. And like this one, there are many others. There are also podcasts, audiobooks, courses, and many means that can help you nurture the potential you have. Habit number 14, not having clear goals. Goals and objectives are crucial in people's lives. If we don't have them, we will live like the walking dead on this earth. Your goals should have an expiration date. If they involve money, set a specific amount, and if they are personal, don't limit them. This will serve us to motivate ourselves and guide us when we are indecisive. Habit number 15, not putting into practice what you learn. I consider this one of the worst habits of poverty because even if people learn something, they never put it into practice. It simply stays in their minds as something they saw or heard, and after a few days, it's permanently erased. If you want to achieve success, put into practice everything you learn. Only in this way will it stay in your mind, and you can apply it in different areas of your life. In conclusion, remember this phrase well. The good thing about habits is that they can be changed, and if we change our habits, we can change our lives. Share in the comments if you have any of these terrible habits, and don't forget to subscribe to receive new content like this. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next video.